In the sleek, opulent halls of Pinnacle Enterprises, where ambition and arrogance ruled supreme, no one paid attention to the woman quietly maneuvering a cleaning cart through the corridors. Clad in a threadbare uniform, Emily Johnson was invisible, a shadow to the power players who filled the towering offices of downtown Chicago. They always said you could tell a lot about a person by how they treated the cleaning staff. If that was true, then the executives of Pinnacle Enterprises had just failed the ultimate test. But Emily wasn't just another cleaner. She was about to shatter the very foundations of the company, and no one saw it coming. The arrogant executive. It was a routine Tuesday morning. Emily wiped the glass windows in the boardroom while a group of executives prepared for an important meeting. Among them was Grant Matthews, a senior executive with a knack for belittling anyone he deemed beneath him. "Hey, make sure you don't leave streaks this time, okay?" Grant said with a smug grin, barely glancing her way. His colleagues chuckled. Emily didn't respond. She simply nodded and continued cleaning, her face unreadable. What no one realized was that Grant's smug comment would cost him everything. An unlikely observer. Most employees treated Emily as part of the furniture, gossiping and joking as if she weren't there. But one person noticed her, Joy Reyes, a recent hire fresh out of business school. Something about Emily didn't sit right with Joy. She had seen the quiet determination in the cleaner's eyes, the way she moved with purpose, as if she were more than just her role. Joy's suspicions grew as she watched Emily's sharp, observant gaze take in everything around her. The reveal. That afternoon, the company's CEO, Joshua Willard, arrived for the annual review meeting. Known for his ruthless efficiency, Joshua commanded respect and fear in equal measure. The boardroom fell silent as he took his place at the head of the table. His piercing gaze swept the room before landing on Emily, who stood in the corner with her cleaning supplies. "Emily," Joshua said, his tone warm and familiar, "I think it's time." The room froze. Emily calmly set down her rag, straightened her uniform, and stepped forward. "Yes, Mr. Willard," she said, her voice steady and commanding. Joshua turned to the stunned executives. "Ladies and gentlemen, meet Pinnacle's majority shareholder, Emily Johnson." The room erupted in gasps. Jaws dropped. Grant Matthews turned as pale as the pristine walls. The truth comes out. Emily stood at the head of the table, her presence now undeniable. "For years," she began, her voice calm yet firm, "I've watched how this company operates, not from behind a desk, but from the ground floor. I've seen the arrogance, the lack of respect, the obsession with profits over people. But today that changes." Her words sliced through the room like a blade. Grant stammered, "I didn't know." "You didn't care to know," Emily interrupted, her gaze cold. "You saw the uniform, not the person. And that's why you're fired. Effective immediately." Grant slumped into his chair, his career crumbling in an instant. A new era. Joshua stepped in, his voice calm but resolute. "Emily is right. This company has lost sight of its values. Starting today, we rebuild with respect and accountability at the core. If anyone here can't adapt, you're free to leave." The room fell silent, the weight of their words pressing down on the executives like a storm cloud. Joy, standing near the back, felt a surge of admiration. She realized she was witnessing not just a moment of reckoning, but the dawn of a new chapter. Unfinished business. As Emily and Joshua left the room, whispers of disbelief and unease filled the air. In a shadowy corner, a small group of executives exchanged glances. One muttered, "Let her have her moment. We'll handle this in our own way." Emily didn't hear the words, but she felt the resistance brewing. Turning to Joshua, she said with a knowing smile, "We have a long road ahead." Joshua nodded. "And they have no idea what's coming." A quiet victory. In the hallway, Joy caught up with Emily. "Miss Johnson," Joy said, her voice brimming with admiration, "you've inspired me. I want to be part of your vision." Emily smiled warmly. "Remember this, Joy. Never let anyone tell you your worth. You define that for yourself." As Emily stepped out of the building and into the bustling streets of Chicago, the towering skyline seemed less imposing. She had risen from the shadows to the top, proving that resilience and determination could rewrite any story. And Pinnacle Enterprises? They would never forget the day the cleaning lady took charge and owned it all.